of the runes. Interested to see how this Beastmaster is going to match up against the Lifestealer as well. The new Lifestealer being pretty rough, pretty formidable. It used to be that in the early lane until you got your phase boots, you didn't really aggress or pressure someone past half health. Now you can keep up that aggression.
All right, you are cutting in and out. I'm going to restart our call very quickly here.
Okay. Quickly restart, folks. We can both hear each other crisply. All right, there we go.
Give that another shot.
Kaban?
Yeah, so
they actually secure 3 runes.
Wow. Are we going to end up with dual lanes here? This is not what you expect to see. No. Okay, Pexu is going to transition up top.
You just want to scout out first. He actually even TPs. He doesn't want to wait around. He can't really afford to. Undying, definitely a hero who needs to get early XP and spam out his abilities. And you can already see Bio is slowly walking up to the top lane. But then again, you are going to be 2 strength heroes against an Undying. Not an optimal scenario to find yourself in.
Yeah, Lifestealer is just not going to be able to approach the wave.
Meanwhile,
I think they mean... I'm not even sure that Brewmaster changes it all that much.
It doesn't. It makes it worse.
Yeah, and then you're tri-laning against an Undying. Feels bad, man.
Hex, he could just zone the two of them out alone if he wants to, especially seeing a Skidder. He hasn't leveled yet. He's holding the point, but even if you get the open wounds at level 1, that means you don't have the feast to burn through the big pool of stolen strength that the Undying has on him.
Yeah, exactly. And you just need that first sustain in the lane, period.
Yeah, Bat's actually not doing too bad. Look at this, 5 denies already.
Crushing. No, Bat's crushing. That's what, you know, the 9 is going to do real well first couple of waves. Question is he able to sustain that advantage as Medusa gets her levels up in Snake, gets Point of Two in Mana Shield, and has that wand?
You say, is it going to sustain? But this is the first waves, and you got 5 denies on a hero that has 51 damage to begin with. There is an 8 damage advantage from Madara, and he's getting dominated on the CS right now. Well,
okay, yeah, but it's like the creep wave had like the first creep wave had like 6 stacks of napalm on the range creep. You're not gonna. All right, Thunderin he's gonna swap lanes, but he's gonna harass mid here in the bargain. I really like this as a rotation.
Oh, they're going for Madara. They're gonna force him to TP back to base. That's a big win.
Yeah.
Aggression's working out. Even Fairy's out on Mango in the second null to keep himself
Illuminate
going.
Connects up top, and Skitter's low on life.
He'll be able to move away though. Fiverr does have a salve for him if he wants to throw, which he should do if he's a good support. Meanwhile, Kezu in the bot lane. He's getting something out. It's 5-3 compared to 11-3 on DK Phobos. Definitely easier for the Pugner to exist in this lane solo.
You're going to have to address this situation mid sooner rather than later. The worst fears about this matchup between Batrider and Medusa have appeared to materialize here.
And sure, you just had to walk all the way back to lane at 280 movement speed on that Medusa.
Yeah.
You can already see what Nine's bringing out. More mangoes, more clarities.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's perfectly
make a play.
All his stuff on
he can go. Look at the TPs coming in. Yeah, forces it out of him. It cost him a mango, but he'll be happy with that, as Madara was starting to freak out a little.
Yeah, it's all right. I think that was going to need to happen anyway. You would love to be able to do that in a position to actually put some pressure on the bat. But meanwhile, Coddle is just going to... Wow. He's just walking away and going to go bottom.
He has to. Cinder in trouble here. They're going to charge up the Illuminate. Go for TP. Wait, no. Just perfectly timed. Maybe next time does get the first blood. Couldn't give it over to Kezu. They'll switch up lanes right now. Benj coming bot. Kezu will go top on that Beastmaster to face off because Phobos already moved. Just making sure that the Lifestealer does not have a favorable matchup at any stage in this game.
All right, I'm going to try this call one more time.
Okay. Problems arising, guys. Don't worry. All right, there we go. Did you phone up tech support? We good?
Yeah, there you go.
Wonderful. In time to see DK Phobos building a pretty brutal lead now over Kezu.
Oh, man. And Madara is just getting mega dove here.
Yeah, Nine's go for this. Actually, this may be a little bit greedy, but he'll be able to get the kill before going down several Willy. The stick coming out. Madara. Oh, he goes down first. Nine does die afterwards, but only gives half the gold and no XP to Medusa.
Yikes.
Wow. Talk about calculated.
Yeah, Madara's game is in dire straits right now. I think you got to think about changing things up, giving her the safe lane.
I mean, even then, you're sticking a Venge against this.
Maybe run a dual mid.
Possibly, but I'd still be worried even then. You're playing in around choke points with sticky napalm. This is getting very, very scary for the side of Vega. Oh, bot lane, Syndrome trying to secure a rune, does throw out the Phantom's Embrace. That will be 2 runes apiece. Kaban and Vega. What's Phobos building towards next? Because this is the interesting part about this Pugna. He's gone for an urn.
Man, things are just looking grim for Vega right now, right? You're just getting kind of cruddy trades in all your lanes. I mean, the Venge is winning bottom against the Lifestealer, but Lifestealer is in just much better position in this particular game to have impact without gold than certainly than the Medusa, and maybe even relative to the Beastmaster.
And at the same time, if he decides to go for one of those greedy minus type builds like he's been doing a lot of today, he's not going to be punished this time around because the Medusa is not competing at all. She's gone to the jungle. She's been relegated from the mid lane at the 6-minute mark. Yeah,
she can't stand in lane against this Bat Rider at level 4 with still no boots. Bat's already got his lasso online.
Not to mention the Tranks as well. And that's the thing, if you turn around to try and hit him with one sticky napalm on you, it takes way too long. He can just turn around and get you the lasso.
And he's going to go in. He is not satisfied. He is going to go in.
He saw the regen rune. He knows about this. He sees the regen rune as well, so he wants to burn that mana. He's actually going to dive for this as well. Moving in right now. This is a big dive. Nine's done this once. He'll do it again. The lasso comes out. No snake for you. You got the wand, but is it enough? Going to turn around. Nine taking a lot of damage from the tower. Does get the kill. Won't even fall here. Pexu does have the decay soon, but Nine will TP out. Perfectly timed.
9, what a play.
That Rider is crapping all over this Deuce's parade right now. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, DM is being dove. Low on HP is going to trap himself in the corner. We'll cut the trees to move away with a tango.
Wow.
But even the Medusa being pressured now.
I did not know that this lane was quite this lopsided. That is crazy.
I mean, it makes sense, though. You think
it does.
Medusa is not a fast hero at all.
No, and with how quickly that damage ramps up with the multiple napalm stacks. Sure. I continue to believe a lot of it was that just Bat Rider crushed the first couple waves and then Deuce is out of the lane.
I think that the condition for you actually winning that as a Medusa is you have to control the first 2 creep waves, get a quick Wraith Band and second Wraith Band, so that you hit hard enough with your arrows that the Bat Rider never approaches you. But, I mean, even if you get to that stage, you have to keep in mind a hero like Bat Rider is probably going to build into a casual ring of protection and still run at you.
And you gotta have brown boots by the time he's got tranquils, or I don't care how beefy you are, you're just getting run down.
Especially with the maxed out Firefly, 13% movement speed.
Action down bottom. They're committing pretty hard on Avenge.
Yep, stunner up as well. DM can't move away quick enough. The Never Blast finishes him off, and Phobos getting all the own charges in the world. Pexu will be able to TP away, but that's all the way back to base, and Vega seem to be abandoning every lane in the game other than Kez's.
Yeah. That was the one lane that was sort of going acceptably for you if you're Vega Squadron and you just give up a kill on your only farmed core. Now, I like Kazu's idea here. He is level 6 before Viber on the Beastmaster, but obviously it's Beastmaster support. But he knows the best way to get his team back into the game is with Tower Gold. Synderen kind of lying in wait here.
That's right. The Brewmaster support wants to make a move. Kezu, outnumbered now, needs to back away. They've got the Drunken Brawl to work with if they want to use it. But no mana for the Inkswell. Synderen did not bring any clarities. He needs to go use the shrine. Maybe next time. Oh boy, he can get the last 2 in time. No escape for you. The slow turn rate for the Coddle secured his fate and now be ran down. Firefly will be brought out to make sure it's easy. He committed the Ignis. Pexu's here as well. Kezu as well. Want to move across for the Primal Roar, but reinforcements are here and they have to back away. They even feed an extra 100 gold. It's not just that you put the Ignis on cooldown for over 100 seconds. Yeah. So you give even more gold to an already out of control Bat Rider.
Yeah, Synderen being up there on the high ground meant that Ignis, there was no way that it was going to survive. And, you know, Lasso, it's going to be back up in a minute.
Oh no, Madara. He'll go for the TP away, taking a lot of damage, not enough to die. But boss can actually hit onto this tier 1 in the mid now. And all the while, they just leave Skitter in the bot lane to push in.
The Radiant's been fortified. No, mate, don't waste your time.
Kaban I mean, you know, we were questioning, did they need to change the strategy up? But this time around, the Battle Rider seems to have brought everything together, at least in the early game for Kaban.
Yeah, the mid-bat pick is owning in a way that the, you know, we talked about the surprise Broodmother pickup against Secret. This bat is owning in a way that I thought that Broodmother might.
He's going to own more as well. He sees Pektu. He could dive with the drums he wanted. The Tombstone does get committed. And Nine's just going to walk away with a chocolate. They've got the Primal Roller, throw it out. He's pretty tanky with the drums, so they want to protect the runes, but now Nine, can he move away? Prep by to protect him. They push back, they kill off one. Illuminate blast through, does get 9 low, but he's going to chase forward with the drums. Gets out of range of the zombies. There's going to be a stun coming out in Cinder and being slowed up by the balls as well. He'll be the sacrificial lamb left behind, but they'll chase forward on to maybe next time. He can't get out of it. Nine moving in, the clap comes out. It's slow from Byra enough. They should be able to finish off maybe next time, but TP coming in. There might be trouble. Pex is going to turn around. Nine get a load to prep fight. Just ensures the death from the magic missile. Swap comes out as well. Byra being slowed up, being dragged back and killed off. He'll get one clap out before he dies. Cinder is back in the fight. Kezu will get low, never blast through. One skills off Kezu, life drain as well. They need to get rid of the Phantom's Embrace, and they will. No rent coming out there. He survives on 50 HP. Can't see that headdress.
Yeah, and a nice injection of gold on the side of Vega to 2 cores who desperately need it. As Venge and Beastmaster both the beneficiary of those kills there. Kezu limping back to base, but he's now going to have his Vlads.
Wait, no, he didn't go Vlads. He went Helm.
Oh, the Helm. I'm sorry. Oh God, I still screw up those recipes because they've changed them.
Remember,
He's going
Vlad
to have his first item. No, it's Venge that's building the Vlads, of course.
Yeah, remember, the Vlad has a nice recipe now. Even has a nice little recipe.
Yeah, no more headdress.
Shot of the Vlads.
No more headdress build-up for that item.
Well, this has kind of been one of the transitions. The reason that Helmet Dominators are coming back into the meta now is because of that change to Vlads. People in the the biggest nerf you could have made was getting rid of the headdress from the Vlads. That is a beautiful build-up because you need that regen. Offlane.
It is the nerf that literally everyone expected to that item. I mean, if you'd have pulled random players and talent at Chongqing, that's kind of what we all expected would occur. Vlad's is a still very good item, as you can see by the fact that its build rate has not fallen off at all in these qualifier games. But the fact that you could just get the early value headdress for the lane, way too strong.
Some people maybe weren't expecting it to be a recipe that replaced it, but nonetheless.
I think that was the consensus as well. Oh, they may get another kill on this Bat Rider here, and this is huge.
They can. They'll bring him down. Kills. Maybe next time gets the final touch. The Ignis having great effect, and DM Chase Support does have the swap. Gonna bring Viper in. Use the magic missile. There is a split available, but the Primal Roar comes out to ensure that will not occur. Pektu gets the final touch. Vega do get 2 kills, although awkwardly both of them going to their supports.
Yeah, that's fine though. At this point, the more important thing is that it sort of secures their ability to push this tower, and that's the best way to get yourself back into these games. You get kills on the high net worth enemy cores, and then you get that tower gold. So now
moving to respond.
To try and set up to defend here.
And DK4 boss is on the way. He did just take that tier 1 in the mid. That will open up Vega's map more, so that Kaban can invade into that jungle. And we are going to see that Midas from Skidder, by the way. He did go that way into the Radiance next.
Wow. And that's that 2k net worth lead that you see on the side of Kaban. You know, that's now invested in a farming item. With Vega having taken the last 2 fights. And look at those net worth gaps. So the core net worth gaps, all 3 on the dire side are still ahead, but they are slowly but steadily closing.
There's going to be a smoke moving out from Kaban. They've linked up with Phobos. They want to make a move. They have the split available on the Brewmaster. Maybe they can find Kezu, but he's ready to TP out. Yeah,
Pexu's playing in good position to pop the smoke here. Yeah, they know that's a good time for a smoke rotation, and when they don't have vision of the enemy heroes.
Meanwhile, 9 very close to the blink now. You're farming up. He realizes the weaknesses he has right now. He needs to make big, easy initiations. Once he has the blink, he can do exactly that with the drums and the firefly, drag people back out of their comfort zone.
Dire really respecting the ability of Vega to take that Roche fight behind the double auras. Blow their skin on the pit there, which does not connect.
Instead, there's a smoke movement by Vega to the bot lane. They're just looking to secure this area up, maybe then push into the tier 1, get rid of those useless towers before converging to the Roche pit, like you said. There's going to be a long way. They will know what Skidder is up to as well. They probably saw the games earlier. Or at least gave him a little glimpse. And at the same time, with this Radiance, likely because of the Midas, you've got this ginormous window of opportunity to just break the map. There you go.
Are we going to have smoke on smoke here?
Yes, we are. Phobos breaks and moves in. The Prime Roll comes out to swap as well. But whilst out of his comfort zone, stunned up will die. Now the Soul Bind out. There's the Phantom Embrace as well. Can they do another? Last one to do, but the Ignis Bond is not big enough. They'll get 3 kills already in Vega. In a little bit of trouble. They might lose 4. They need to get rid of the Tombstone and the Ignis. And when he comes down, they'll get rid of DM as well. He tries to turn around, knowing he can't do anything though. Stands his ground for a moment, but they are just going to run straight through him as they give the kill over to Skidder. Yeah, they at least got the tier 1 mid though.
Talk so much about the synergy between the Grimstroke and other single target abilities that Kaban had not been exploiting in their drafts earlier in the day. Well, I think they checked that box here.
Most definitely did. They did get a big kill onto the Pugna, but at the same time, even though you got that tier 1 tower mid, that was a lot to give over to the side of Kaban. Especially when we talk about this farming oriented lifestealer getting that sort of impact in a fight and that sort of value.
Yeah, and again, it always bears mentioning, right? That's 4 heroes there for Vega, not 5. The Medusa is farming throughout.
She's farming enough. She's actually going to queue up the Manta into the Skadi, as you kind of expect. You need a way of getting rid of that silence straight away so you can try and throw out your gaze if they jump on you. By the time you do have that Manta, that should be at least relic for the Lifestealer. Actually, he'll be your Radiance.
A little bit careful. You don't want to get picked off again.
Well, he's going for the BKB next. He realized how valuable he is. He's in fact top on the net worth chart right now. No one really holding a candle to him. Well, usually you'd see these 4-star plays, but think about the game is playing. He's so aggressive, and he can be. He knows the physical damage isn't there without magical damage lockdown.
BKB and swap roar?
Yeah, don't get me wrong, but think about the way they're killing him. They still need an additional stun after that. If you want to go for a BKB, I think now's the time to do it over a 4-star.
You're beefy. Still.
Roche maybe doesn't feel too beefy though. Vega stuck into the pit.
Double aura behind the medallion.
Oh, 9 didn't even think about checking. To bring this down, they're going to arrive at the pit way too late. They stick down the ward and realize it now, but can they do anything about it? Split's coming off cooldown 5 seconds. Betsu in a lot of trouble with the life drain there. He does use his ultimate to make sure he has that additional 400 HP, and that's the difference.
Yeah, that flat health.
Stays alive.
That is so powerful.
They know where Biver is. The zombies are snitching. They can't quite connect, though, and they do lose their tower in the bot lane because Skidder's been here pushing all along, and look at this. 4.2k. He's got the Sacred Relic and close to the Radiance now.
Yeah, that's why I kind of was surprised that they even came that close to contesting on the side of Kaban. Because of the item timing on Lifesteal, Skidder is not going to join a fight at this point until at least he gets his relic.
In fairness, there's an argument for just staying bot, maybe poking at that tier 3 a little bit with the Pugna before backing away. Absolutely.
There's no way that you can afford to take a fight there and have him lose reliable gold before he buys his relic. Yeah, he's as it is though. He's gonna have minus Radiance at a pretty good timing.
And in fairness, while you did get your hands on this Aegis, you have to keep in mind that it's likely this is just going to be a farming Aegis to make sure Madara is not pressured.
That was a smoke rotation, about 2 supports on the side of Vega here, up hoping to catch 9 in the top lane, but he pops those drums and he is out of there.
Not taking any chances here. They have secured the high ground in the dire jungle. Vega looks to make a play. Conversion towards mid, actually. Biver in a little bit of trouble. Magic Missile comes out. Maybe they can force the split out of him. Biver trying to run away with the Drunken Brawler, but he gets swapped back. Straight towards Madara. The split comes out. He refuses to die. Cyclone up in the air. Accidentally dispelled that straight away by looks of it though. And Biver.
Watch out.
Oh, mixed him in. Soulbind goes down to 2. They're going to try and hold him in place. And now there's the Prime Rule. The Ignis going down as well. They're going to lock him in place, and Phobos has no escape. Oh, fool. Jason fought for more, looking for it. Cinderin is far from home. Biver. That's a split used in a very awkward way. He'll go for the TP away. He will make it out. Cinderin won't be so lucky, or will he? He's got the TP. He has to be right now. They look the wrong way. DM didn't see him. Oh, that wave of terror was very close to spawning him out, but he will escape alive. The problem is with the split on cooldown and you're Pugna dead, there's a push on tier 2 mid.
I'm really questioning on the Pugna. You've got Veil, Urn, and Aether. Where is the Aeon disc? You know, you look at how Pasha and the other big offliners build this hero.
Well, he's building greedy. He's going for the Dagon. Skidder moving in with the Radiance online, wants to fight Madara. Mana might be out alive, so you need to be careful. 9 trying to move in. He's out of mana. He can't get the lasso out. The snake was enough, and Skidder has to back up. They do get rid of the Undying. They pop the Aegis from afar. Nice snipe out by Sin. Broken Fate maxed out, doing its work. The new build for a lot of these guys.
They're going to try and up and threaten.
Well, that's the thing. You can't actually push in to finish that tower because you know the lasso wasn't used. In fact, it would have been much more disastrous for you if they had got that lasso off. Luckily, the snake did bounce across with the Bat Rider. They got an Infest Bomb ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
Baited by the illusion a little bit there.
Infest Bomb Radiance Lifestealer.
Pretty spooky right about now. 9 getting ever close to that BKB as well. Well, Skidder is going to go for the Solar Crest build after the Radiance, as we so typically see with these Lifestealers. What is the Medusa? Still so far away from Skadi. Now you don't have the Aegis, so you're a lot more paranoid. I mean, look at the movements. Pexu's always leading the way to make sure that the next area is safe to farm.
Right, she spent some time setting up that pressure on the mid lane. It's time away from farming.
You can already see the invasion coming out from Kaban straight away. They said this is our area of the map.
Oh, they've had total control of this Radiant jungle. Now this is a swap that you often see in these games.
A favorable swap for Radiant usually as well. Typically, Dar plays around this bottom area when they're trying to recover, but because you were in this farming nature, it wasn't about recovery. It was about the easiest goal without any risk to this Lifestealer. Yeah,
absolutely. Smoke play for 4 heroes from the Kaban side is going to whiff here.
All right, it does now have the money for his BKB, though. He wants to commit to that. He's on the hunt.
Vega misread there. They missed their scan. They still don't know where the side of Kaban are.
Oh, no, now as 9 does farm the mid lane, realizing they won't connect.
Yeah, he saw that, and the 4-staff went off. He was down toward the bottom lane.
Maybe next time. I'm not taking any chances of that. Is heading towards the Yules next. Probably not going to see the gritty refresher build this game anytime soon anyway. And the interesting thing with the changes to Keeper, you see very different approaches to the heroes build. Like, don't get me wrong, different players always have different approaches to their heroes, but Cole feels like one of the most contested in terms of these greedy refresher type builds and these kind of active 4-staff into blink type builds.
Well, it's also when he doesn't know the bat's going for 4-staff.
Speaking of the bat, Lasso comes out, they find a target, silence off, Beastmaster can't turn around for the Primal Roar, down for 45 seconds. TP coming in, Skid trying to stop Medusa from push, and we'll be able to do so. And actually gets the open wounds out. Madara will TP away though. Everyone else will get out as well. Pexu's able to make his escape. They don't have any lasso available. Really? He's denied the tower though. So Lifestealer will maintain his lead over the Medusa by a good 1.5k.
You can see the opposing drawing on the mini-map, giving you a window on how the teams are thinking about this game. Kazu wanting his team to continue pressure on the top lane, push that out. Whereas the response from Biver, he knows exactly where they are and wants to keep them walled inside the Radiant base.
He wants to kill them, in fact. Best bomb attempt incoming. They have the split available. Blinks off cooldown. You're right. They want to keep them in the base. Best way to do so. And this is the thing. That's actually another interesting thing to look at here. Is with this build from 9, this isn't the Boots of Travel build we've seen on every Battle Rider today.
Right.
Which means when he does do these split pushes in, it takes him ages to get across, and Vega can try and play around that fact.
Well, they also haven't taken advantage of this BKB yet.
Moving forward 9. He sees it. Blinks in. Sees Madara. 4-staff to get him away. Drums are activated. Blind Light pushes him back, but they're coaching. They're coming across right now. Bob trying to make the move. Primal Roar actually goes down. The Grim Strike instead. Prep by protecting. Now they're going to move the split. Defense coming out. BKB activated by 9. He's buying a lot of time over his Ignite. Gets dropped in the wrong place. And now the Soulbind with a double life drain gets rid of 2 instantly. Madara standing his ground, but 9 doesn't damn well care about this. Skidder fighting up against Madara. Tries to turn around to fight with him back, and Skidder taking way too much damage. Might go down. Madara, he's fighting up against them all. 9 nets the fall. Snake bouncing through into Biver. They'll finish off 9. These zombies just adding up so much, and DK Phobos, he can't escape either. He will fall. It's a 4-for-2 trade with 1 buyback commit from Vega.
It's the second time in this game that Kaban have taken a fight in that radiant high ground side of the jungle there without really a plan to deal with Tombstone. And you can just kind of see that this 9 Batrider, a big question is he going to be able to continue to have the impact on this game that he had so far? And you just don't scale.
And you think about the way this has been playing out, right? You imagine how much more powerful you'd be with a halberd maybe on the Batrider, for example, against this Medusa, because no one on your team is going to build a halberd. Yeah. Maybe Phobos could have instead of this greedy Dagon build, because the reality is you've got a Dagon, yes, but who are you really killing with it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, the double Dagon, the Veil double Dagon with Soulbind sounds sexy on paper, but I just think you need survivability. You are going to be focused down as this Pugna so quickly.
And Roche will be up in a minute and a half. Both teams will have eyes for that pick as well, and they have to. All ultimates will be off cooldown by that point, so someone will likely make a pick off in about a minute's time before Roche spawns. Problem I see now is Madara does have that Skadi. This Medusa has completely recovered from one of the most painful starts to the game we've seen in a long time.
Oh, she's back to the top of the board, and Skyder's felt the need to pivot away from that Solar Crest build. He's going to stay at the Medallion for a while, and it looks like finishes Manta. He's got the recipe in his backpack.
Gives him a dodge out for the magic missile if he already uses the Rage.
Still though, he's just not getting max value out of that item. That Medallion gold feels kind of dead now.
True. Does also give him the ability to try and just split push farm with the illusions. There is justification in what he's doing, but it's more a necessity than something you want to be doing. It's more you saying, I need to try and actually get ahead of this Medusa again, realizing that you no longer are.
Yeah, I just don't think that you're going to be able to pull ahead before she completes her butterfly, and that's kind of endgame.
Pretty scary.
As a life stealer.
Got the Rage, yeah, but you look at this lineup and it's still magic based, so there is some hope. But the problem I see is this Medusa's already at level 20. Usually this would have been a problem the previous patch, but now with the shift to 25 for the mana talent, it's 1,000 mana. Once Medusa reaches level 25, who kills her? And how do they do it? Also, by the way, Medusa took the Stone Gaze talent. I like this. I like this change with the talents. It kind of gave a big choice at 25, whereas before it was a very obvious choice to take the modifier.
Yeah, I agree. And I think you'll see. I think that's important when you talk about heroes like Terrorblade. How the choice of level 25 talent has changed so much, where short cooldown Sunder looks OP, and then all of a sudden everybody was going for the Metamorphosis range. I think it makes the heroes a lot more interesting. That's what talents are supposed to do.
Yeah, it's meant to give some flex either way. I mean, we've seen dominant talents, and for the most, the Valve team have done a good job of removing those dumb dead choices. There's still some in there. I think Phantom Lance is still a clear one, where almost 95% of the games you take the Doppelganger talent at 25, but for the most, we're in a better place than we were.
Yeah, Kaban, you can see kind of know what's going on there, but there's just nowhere near fast enough contesting. Beastmaster has full Solar Crest going on, so that, and with double auras, Roche is just going to fall so fast.
Now it's a game of dodge. Kaban trying to avoid any engagement.
Well, I don't think you can. I really do feel like you have to set something up here, because if you let Medusa,
you're in trouble.
Next item for free.
Phobos got caught. The movement quickly for maybe next time out with the blink plus the 4-star pushes Phobos back in. He'll decrepify to protect himself. He's surrounded on all sides and he knows it. He'll throw out a Dagon. He says, "Screw you" to the face of Kezu. Won't change his death though. At least Ignis is on cooldown, but Phobos is dead. It was 1,000 gold swing from that one kill as well.
Well, that wouldn't have happened if he'd have had Dagon 5. Oh, wait.
I'm not sure that's how it works, Alan.
No, it's definitely not. Making a point.
That's the Alan alert here. A little scout from Kaban.
Yes, come on, okay, very nice. Let's learn our lesson there.
I'm surprised they're playing
third fight.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're playing that aggressive considering they're one man down, and that is Vega's most occupied area of the map so far.
Well, they do feel, in fairness, right? They do feel that sense of urgency right now. They know that butterfly is coming from Medusa, and they really are just not going to have a good answer to it when it comes online. But that, you know, discretion has to be the better part of valor at some point.
They back up. Maybe they've learned the lessons. Runes are up in 30 seconds. They might end up forced into a fight around these runes because both sides are
away. Coddle's TP into the shrine. He's going to be in much better position to connect with
in trouble. They're swapping back to the Primal Raw. Soulbind links two together on the other side of the fight though. Stone Gate's coming out. Trying to lock the skill in place. If we know the double last is going to be there for the split. They should be able to do enough. The M's going to go down, says Kezi, but Medusa's still standing Cyclone in the air to keep her out of it. They're trying to fight against this. Buyback does come out from the Beastmaster. Forced up away to keep Pexu alive from the life drain. Cyclone's just cutting out the Medusa perfectly so far. They know they can't fight up against her. They'll back away, knowing that they forced a lot of gold out of Vega after getting kills and one buyback.
Yeah, some nice economic damage. As you can see, the net worth down to 1k. Medusa still has Aegis, so there's really nothing that you can do at that point. Bad news is that her Butterfly is going to be online for this push, and you have blown a lot combating that. You know, Soulbind on a relatively short cooldown, but...
Well, same for the Lasso. You should have it available in time.
You can.
And Batrider has gone for the E-Blade this time.
I like that a lot.
Well, you have a lot of magical damage, right? You want to use it.
Right. If you know, Medusa doesn't want to buy BKB.
Fighting up against Madara here. Slowing him down. They forced him up, actually. He's on the high ground. I don't think this was planned. Skinner's going to stand his ground against this. Madara did a lot of damage, but so is the Lifestealer. Going to want up, stay alive. There's a lass who drags him back under the tower. Ignis does get dropped on the two. Kezi backing. He has the Primal Roar available on the Skidder. Here it comes after the Rage. Fight by hold in place. They do pump the Aegis.
Oh, he's going to have gaze.
Gets rid of it. Yeah, but is he going to last 10 seconds? The real question. Madara trying to stand up against his triple kill already for DK Phobos in the back line as he snipes out the entirety of Vega's back line here. No reinforcements available for the Deuce, so she'll be able to TP away. But that was not how they wanted to use the Aegis. And Phobos
do hold. They survived the first real challenge there to their base that you knew was coming.
And that was, you'll give credit where credit is due. The way Kaban played that out, they used a Soulbind on the back line. You don't expect that. You expect the double lasso play again.
No, but I think that's super important, right? You're not going to kill this Medusa, especially with Aegis still up.
Instead, you snipe out two supports to the back with the double Dagon plus life drain combo. Finally, he answers back to you, Haas. He says, oh, you want to see the usage? Here it is.
The DK Phobos build paying off, but I think that they're going to be looking for that more next time. And the question is this Pug ever going to have the mobility to play around the fights to get into the back lines like that again?
How many tricks can this old dog learn is the real question. What's the next angle? How do you approach it? If you can lock the Venge together with the Beastmaster like last time, that seems like the perfect way, because then there's no lockdown for Skidder at all. I believe you can swap out of the Soulbind, right? I'm pretty sure you can.
I'm not sure, actually.
It's an interesting one. I don't think we've seen him swap usually before the Soulbind, but you two charges, so it's whether he's holding onto the charge on purpose. I don't think you can swap out, but then again, only recently getting the Manta, we wouldn't know for sure with the Phantom's Embraces.
Now that was not, it's not on the list. The only things I know for sure is force movement can break the Soulbind.
They have, but the thing that I actually gotta give credit to Sin is how often he's waiting to see MNT use that force stuff.
Yeah.
Worked out remarkably so far. And DK Phobos, he's not saving for buyback here. He almost has that level 5 Dagon. Or as I like to call it, the big last hit stick.
Well, I mean, he's all in on that. They've got Dagon E-Blade combo from him and the Batrider to go with the Soulbind. So that is two targets on the side of Vega that are most likely going to be dead if they get that combo off cleanly.
Keep in mind the layers here, right? If you put the Phantom's Embrace out and you force a Madara to use the Manta, suddenly you can just disarm him with the E-Blade. You've also got the Decrepify. There's so many layers to this. It almost feels like this might have been a good BKB game for Adusa. You can already see it queued up, actually. After the MKB's finish, he wants the BKB. Yeah,
I mean, they see what Kaban are doing in these last couple of fights. I'd say we're setting up for another really big engagement as the Infest Bomb is online with all the Kaban heroes smoked.
9 leading the way. This has to hit as well. As we just identified, they are on the clock. But the high ground does belong to Vega. They've read this, and they're going to be fighting into a choke point. They can't afford to either, and they know it.
Yeah, Vega's saying, all right, if they want to take a fight, fine. We're going to take a fight in the same area that we've wrecked him twice. Kaban are going to back away.
Roche might be up in 1 minute and 20 seconds as well. So if you can find a pick off on a big core of Kaban's here, Vega will be easily set for that Roche.
That surest way on the side of Vega to just bring all that momentum back on your side is to get that Aegis once again on the Medusa.
Oh boy. Maybe next time. 3.4k net worth, heading towards that refresher next.
Yeah.
You have to pick him off soon, otherwise you are going to be in dire straits.
I don't know that it has it's going to have the impact in this game that we've seen it have in some others, right? You've got Lifestealer and Batrider that both are going to have their spell immunity going.
At the same time, though, if neither Cinderin or Phobos can do anything, you think about last fight and how impactful that was in the back line. If that's not there this time because you're locked in, trouble rises.
Yeah. No, that's important. That's you manage, if you can use that to bisect the fight, right? All of a sudden, this big combo with Soulbind, you can't get in position to use it against the heroes that you want to burst down.
Also feels rough for Skidder to have to go to the AC in this type of game when not really anyone else is using that. You wish you could go for something like Daedalus, these big crits, but the problem is you have to somehow survive the Medusa's damage.
I don't like how he's basically going. He's gone essentially the same build every game that we've seen him on Lifestealer today. And
yeah,
I realize it's very strong right now. You're going to see a lot of that build this patch.
No, it's fair. I haven't seen any diversification, and the reason I bring up something like the Daedalus is if you remember the old way Feast worked and how it was great for the first hit, but then you had to finish the target with someone else.
Right.
Now you have that consistent boost to the damage from the Feast. And 4% at this stage in the game up against some of these heroes, like especially the Beastmaster and the Undying, can be pretty impactful. The team's just waiting out. They know Roche is up. Nine just trying to get rid of the birds.
A little bit surprising to me that we don't have a pipe up on the side of Vega. I feel like that would help a lot in terms of all this magic damage that Kaban has going.
Yeah, because one of the big problems Venge is having right now is DM cannot survive in the lasso. If you somehow keep Venge up, the damage output is going to be insane with that plus the Medusa still running. A bit of D1 coming out from 9. He did pick up the gem.
There's where that gold is going.
He bought out as well. He has to have an impact. He can't be picked off.
Yeah.
They do somehow find him. They can go instantly into the Roche pit and they'll know it. As soon as they see that refresher. He's trying to avoid any vision. You saw how far back he was when he illuminated. And just hunting forward. He has got a present inside him.
There it is. Oh, there you go.
Primal roll coming out. They're jumping in. And now Skidder jumping out. The swap's going to come out. Ignis does connect on the 2. BKB activated 9, trying to move away. They will be able to get range of this 9. Have to lasso something and drag it away. Soulbind on this 2. DM in a little bit of trouble. They can actually use the E-Blade, but they drag them out. Soulbind range to take the Ignis. Keeps DM alive. DM kept up on the soul. Cinderin trying to chase through. They're going to chase down and find him. The E-Blade out, and Skidder's going to burn him up. They do find one, split finally out, and Medusa being cut. Already used the Stone Gate. Needs to get the hell out of dodge. Does have the cheese to work with. The Decrepify. The Dagon's going to get him low, trying to keep him up the Soul Rip. They don't want him to go down, but he's stunned up. He should be able to eat the cheese. He'll eat it. Stays up and in the fight right now. E-Blade's coming off cooldown soon. They can re-engage. He can't do a single damn thing. The kiting potential is huge. And Madara, he's going to go down. The E-Blade kills him off just in time to walk straight into the pit or down towards the base.
And Vega come off of their Fortress of Solitude there on the Radiant side high ground, take a fight into the river with an initiation on the Batrider, and it looks very good for them as Lifestealer is forced to bail without landing the Infest on anything, but they chased just a little bit too far, and Kaban able to punish.
And in this big brawl of champions of heroes in this game, Vega are starting to look like the Bizarros of the scenario. As Kaban, they break into the base, they can take 2 lanes if they want. They're heading back. Actually, Kezu gets a kill. Cinderin went back alone. Oh my god, DK Phobos just short of the mark to kill off Kezu instantly. They'll go back to Rhodes Roche. They don't want to take the second lane. They know Deucer is down for 50 seconds. If they force the buyback, that's a win in itself. Now, Kaban are 14,000 gold up over Vega.
Yeah, both teams taking a little bit of a gamble with their item builds. You know, investing this much into the Dagon E-Blade combo on the side of Kaban, but also foregoing the pipe for refresher on Coddle on the side of Vega. And so far, it's the Kaban gamble that's definitely paying off.
Now reluctant to go in the pit, though, because they know that Ignis Fardus is going to be up again soon. 10 seconds into Coddle has that available. So they won't go into the pit. But they'll try and make sure their opponents never enter it either. Right now, that's what you're going to need on the Medusa. I mean, she only survived that long because of the cheese, and she still went down.
Yeah, I mean, the issue is this game is going on, as you would expect from Venge and Beastmaster as your other cores, that this Medusa is feeling, you know, more and more on a plateau by herself, up at the top of that farm distribution. The other cores not scaling. Venge just because of the design of the hero, and Beastmaster because of the item build, opting very strongly for utility in this game.
It is incredibly greedy, and it's starting to backfire here because of the nuke damage coming out. And you think about what these heroes are going to build. You said about the pipe and how good it would have been. At the same time, while the Venge does have a BKB now, Kezi probably never will build into one at this stage.
Yeah, they're just, the BKB shows me they understand they're very heavily invested in this next fight.
Has to pay off because now Skidder is up at the top again, surpassing the Medusa. And look at what he's heading towards. Getting the Lincolns next, making sure they can't prime a Raw or swap him.
They have a window here. They can bait the pit and double BKB on the Venge Medusa. Kaban, that's a big adjustment for them to have to make in the fight if they're not ready for it.
His adorable running animation will end as the haze comes to an end, but the smoke does begin here as Kaban. They're lingering. They want to find something, but there's always that frustration, the high ground hold from Vega. You can't fight into it. They'll know about it. They might try and sneak around. 9. Ready to go. Gonna move up the far fly back. There it is. Last two comes out. Climb the swamp. So 1 and 2. The swamp now. They goes down. Beastmaster gone. This buyback comes out. They need to get rid of the Ignis right now, but the Stone Gate put him in place. 9 taking a lot of damage. Skidder trying to move away. The front comes out though. Back Rider in trouble. So is the Lifestealer. He has no way out. The double Ignis has his effect, and it looks like Skidder protected by the Decrepit for the moment, but not for long because they've lost both Synderen and 9. Skidder turns around to fight Kezu, getting low, cut it out. They'll keep Kezu alive, otherwise he would be dead for the second time, and now chasing for DK Forbus in trouble. The MC sees the opportunity, stuns him up, and runs him down. This is going to be an ultra kill with the Medusa, and straight to the pit they go. And once again, the secondary jungle, the Radiant side high ground, is the Alamo for Vega Squadron. They stake their claim there, and the double BKB timing pays off. They're going to win that fight convincingly. They get 4 kills onto Madara, puts her firmly right back atop the network board, and oh, she's got Aegis again, and you're now going to have 3 Ignises to play around. Don't forget the fact that that's a DD on a Medusa barreling down your mid lane.
Oh yeah, because that's balanced.
It begs a big question here. Do we expect to see another change to Radiant's jungle area soon?
I mean, or how about let's just change the frickin' DD runes? Anyway.
Oh, Madara on the high ground, hit him pretty hard. Over 600, in fact. Make that 7. These racks aren't going to last long. They're trying to save what they can.
Kaban being a little bit casual about this. This is double racks if they don't do something here. I think Lifestealer needed to commit the buyback a little bit earlier.
Oh, swap coming out. That's blink in time by Viva. DM making the move, gonna get low. Has got the cheese, has to eat it straight away. Soulbind goes down to 2. If you want to buy back, it has to be now, but well, Batrider's up. Synderen getting low on HP.
Come on, man.
2 racks for nothing, and now the Soulbind's on cooldown, so they're not that threatened. Do they leave or do they commit for more is the real question. They did eat the cheese, but they have the Aegis. And look what Madara's got queued up next. It's time.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Look at these network changes after each fight. Those sudden pivots towards even again. As Vega are about to break the net worth advantage that Kaban worked so hard to build in the last few minutes. We're on those big ults.
And I mean, Lifestealer better get a lot out of this gold in his next item because he held on to his buyback there, conceding 2 racks. That is awfully tough.
Well, that's the thing. You're going for this big nullifier pickup, but you're up against a Medusa. Yeah. She does not give a crap about whether she can use items or not.
Finally, the end is coming out of Pugna. You know, they did get value out of his items, so I'm not going to complain about it. But that's a big item for him in terms of his survivability in these fights. Smoke move coming out of Vega here.
If they'll be able to connect with this, Kaban are going to on the high ground.
Oh, the Medusa's a little bit away from the rest of the team, though.
Yeah, but they got the Ignis Vartices. They can move in pretty aggressively. Kezu. Oh, there's a swap back straight away. DM activates the BKB. 9 holding place from last year, but now the Ignis don't go down. It comes out. Second one is on the ground. DM trying to chase through. Skidder does escape with the rage. The buyback comes out with Cinder, and as he is dead, they did kill off Kezu, and he already bought back previously, so it might be in trouble. Madara with the Stone Gaze zones them out, does kill off Cinder, and that's a dieback for the Grimstroke support, and now in trouble. DK Phobos. Aeon Disc does activate. E-Blade on him to allow him to escape. They are pursuing, looking for more in the meantime on the back line. Skidder, he finds the pick off on the DM. They are just ignoring Madara completely. Life Drain now, trying to go for this. Phobos needs to be careful, though he can't afford to go down. Petsu stays alive, but now the jump in 9 with the Shiva. There's another Ignis down. Barrow trying for the kill, but the E-Blade keeps him alive. Madara can't turn on this just yet. Has to back up. The buybacks were forced on both the Undying and on the Vengeful Spirit. Moving in, 9 activates the Shrine. Can he actually escape? This is so close. He did slow them down, but slowed down more. The swap coming in. DM wants to look for the opportunity. Can he get in range with the Magic Missile? 9 is going to be able to run off, and now Piper thinks twice about going in, and he does have a passenger inside him as Skidder is waiting. And oh, look at that. Piper has double gem, so he sees everything.
MNT held on to that third Ignis so long in that fight. Had the mana for his refresher too.
So they can use it at the high ground now. More valuable opportunity. Madara is still untouchable, and he has that Divine Wraith. They're going to move in. Looking for the opportunity. BKB at bed. 9 wants to find someone here with the last two, but he can't be kited out, but slow. Now jumping in, Biva. Written up against this, down to half HP though. He's going to slowly be whittled down, and Skidder just being kited out by maybe next time the entire time through this. Pushed back, killed off. He'll hide in the creeps, but not for long. As he comes out, he knows he's going to fall here. There it is. Double kill from Madara. They'll move back up into the base. He has got buyback, but do you really want to wait? Can you really do anything? The GGs are getting ready. Lasso, final play coming out, looking on the DM, trying to get rid of him. The man dodge out, gonna look to move away. Now the Stone Gaze activated well, sold by now. Silence on the 2. Madara still hits so damn hard though. They'll be able to bring out DM. As Skidder moves in, but Madara does get the final racks. That's gonna be Mega Creeps, and now 9 trying to run away. The Inkswell is there, stuns up on the Madara. They can maybe get through him once, but how do you get through him twice? E-Blade there, triple kill already for Skidder as he does find MNT on the back line. Now they need to turn around, they need to get into a kill and then barrel down the mid lane as fast as possible. But Medusa is going to make you work for it. When the Cyclone ends, she'll go to work. Skidder taking a lot of damage. It's almost dying there to split arrows. They'll get you once. Spyback comes up from MNT. TPing onto the creep wave, looking to get involved. Can you do enough now? BKB activated. Madara stands up against this. E-Blade on 9. There'll be a TP away. No way to interrupt that. No way to stop him.
And she's got buyback anyway.
She'll be fine.
Yeah, you are against Megas. You just, I mean, you're 5v3. You gotta commit.
Down the mid lane you go. If you got the boost of travel on heroes to get there right now is the real question. Is anyone going to buy out on it? Even better question. Just scared of pushing alone. Maybe probing for the buyback. Cinderon's now going to join him. There you go. They're all starting to move. They need to be quick with this move as well. Problem is you didn't kill the Medusa off before.
Pings are already coming back to base, right? The top lane is already at the stairs. I mean, those creeps are going to start knocking on the door, and 9 has to stay behind to address this.
I think he just has to buy on the boost of travel.
He buys the boost of travel, but he doesn't have gold for boost of travel level 2. So they've got to keep these creeps alive.
Now pushing them in right now, but you're up against the Keeper of the Light, and guess what that means? Illuminate Blast to stop the creeps. They are running out of opportunity with this window. Venge's respawn in 10 seconds. It may be too late, and they're backing away.
You missed on it.
And we're now fighting against Mega Creeps, and this is going to get very problematic very fast. The dudes are coming out. And T already knows where they are, and they're moving forward with force here. Kezu going to get the Phantom Bracelet on him.
This area of the map.
Oh, it just goes down, does connect on the 2 here. Another second one as well. TK Phobos stuck between them, can't escape. They'll be left behind at this rate. Now, good proc, but it doesn't matter because of the regularity of the pulses. Brahma Raw thrown out. E-Blade will buy a little bit of time. Now, Cinder, and he needs to run quickly. There's the Infest Bomb coming out, looking on the DM here, nullified up. The swap's going to be out. Petsu, no soulbind opportunity onto him. Might find him, but there's a swap up. DM says, okay, now I'm back in. BKB activated. Cyclone goes out onto MNT. But on the back line, they're chasing. 9 is getting low. Madara's finally coming around to enjoy the mean fight here as 9 will fall down. They won't even find the kill to Petsu. Skidder moving in. There's the opportunity. DM, can he get him right now? Yes, he can. The Soul Rip is big, but is it big enough? Skidder pursuing forward, looking on the Petsu. They'll blink forward with 5, but they'll find double kill for the Brewmaster. But 2 GG, prone falls.
Now, you saw in that fight the power of the Aeon Disc, how long it kept Medusa occupied with trying to get that DK Phobos. Now, that's part of why I wanted to see that item a little bit early in the game. You look at this game, and it just comes down to a couple of things. It comes down to two things, really. First of all, just the 3 huge fights that Kaban lost.